Hi Gemini, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your August 2019 spread. I'm doing a new spread this month because I just get bored of the same old, you know. So this one's called your four elements, and so it's your water, fire, air, and earth energy within you, okay, around you. But I have to tell you, when I was doing the Aries video, I was out on the deck and the wind blew one of my cards from the Mythic Tarot, and I was using the Mythic Tarot, and it blew one of the cards onto the deck and in between the two deck boards under the deck. The deck is like ginormous. It basically sits on the ground. I tried to get under there to get that card. I cannot get it. And then it poured rain yesterday, and I figure it's done. You know, it's done. So I'm gonna have to get a new Mythic deck after 25 years. I think I've been using that deck. A long time. And that just goes to show you how kind of a chapter is ending and a new one is beginning, right? So anyway, I just wanted to tell you the story of why the first 6 readings are done with the Mythic Tarot, and the last 6 readings, beginning with yours, is going to be done with the Celtic Tarot, and I'm going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot. So, here we go, Gemini. I just smudged everything, including myself. They're ready for you. They really are. Oh, the Lovers just jumped out. Okay. The lumber, because it jumped out, I call those jumpers. You know, not just when they stick out in the deck, but when they literally jump out of the deck. And this is a 6. And so 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. Probably 6 days or 6 weeks. Because whenever I do the reading in the month, like if it's on the 5th, it goes for 30 days. If it's on the 17th, it goes for 30 days after that. So all of my readings are typically about 30 days long. Usually it takes about 30 days for everything to unfold. So anyway, so 6 days or 6 weeks. You know, this is the Lover. This is coming together. This is an agreement. This is in front of the Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life is ancient. You know, it's ancient. It's traditional. It's believing in the same thing. It's union. But this is honored union. In this deck, it's not about sex. Just about sex. It's not just about the physical. It's you know, they're standing in front of the Tree of Life, and they're both touching it too, eh? They're both touching it, you know. This is deep. You know, this is deep connection, I think. All right. Gemini, and it's kind of neat that your Gemini, the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, because there's 2. It's the twins, right? These guys almost look the same. It's hard to tell, you know. It looks like 2 men. It could be a same-sex relationship. And this, but also it stands for kind of 2 minds thinking as one. They're in agreement. They've come to the point where they're ready for that, you know, ready to commit in front of the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is almost in every culture. If you look through the cultures, there's some symbolic reference to the Tree of Life. Egyptian, Hebrew, Irish, you know, everything. And so it's very ancient, traditional, it's serious, you know. It's genuine. Okay, So, let's get these cards out for you, Gemini. I'll explain the elemental thing as I get to them. But this is your underlying energy, you know? This is your underlying energy. Wanting something really meaningful. Okay? Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? Sometimes we go through periods in our life where we're not ready. You know, we know we're not ready. But I have my glasses with me today, too. So I can see properly. Okay. Gemini, my darlings. So, in your water energy, I have my little notes here because I'm just getting used to this spread. So, in your water energy, this is your emotional guidance and relationships. And you got the, I think this is the Ace of Shields. So, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? And so, you're ready for something new. So remember I just said, you know when you're not ready. You know, some people know they're not ready. Well, you know you're ready. You know in your heart. This is your emotions. You know in your heart you're ready. And you see how there's 3 flames lit? I think you're ready to add the 4th. You're ready for stability. The table also has 3 legs, not 4. You know, you're ready for stability. And also you can see the crown in the clouds, you know, above the pot there, the cooking pot. So I think this is something that's been cooking for a while, for one thing, in your mind. And you can see it, you know, what is an ace now, you can see where it will lead. You know, you can see something glorious in it, really. And so that's the kind of connection you want too. You want to invest in something new emotionally, something that can lead to glory. I'm saying glory. You know, glory is what happens when you win a battle, you know, is your reputation, but it can lead to something you really value. Something you really value. So let's get some clarity on that Ace of Shields in your water element, in your emotions. Wanting to start something new emotionally. Ready. You're ready. Oh, I can't take all those. But I will tell you the card on the top is the Ace of Cups. I will take that. There's like 10 cards that dropped. So Ace of Cups, like I said, are ready for something new, to begin something new emotionally in the heart, the realm of the heart. You're looking for that glorious cup, you know. I just said glorious. Look at it. It's friggin' awesome. It's giant. It's beautiful. It could be between now and the next phase of the moon. So by the full moon or the new moon. Okay? And the full moon is, I'm not sure, it's probably around the 15th or 14th or something like that. So it's not far off from that 6 days. Could be coming right up for you. You know, and these aces are opportunities, doors opening. I think they're doors opening. You're opening a door to allow something in now. I don't think you were ready for a while, but now you are. Tell me what else there is for the water element for Gemini. 2 aces. Hooly, hooly, hooly. Geez, they really like to jump out in the bunches for you. Okay, hold on. Let me have a look here. Alright. I'm going to take them in 3s, is what I'm going to do. So you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. And this shows a time of being generous. People may have their hand out. See the hands at the bottom? Hands out, looking for money, looking, you know, the bill collectors might be after you to get their money, or people might be asking for loans or something like that. Perhaps you're asking, you're needing a loan, you know, you're needing some sort of financial help. But this is in your emotions, right? And then you have the Four of Swords, which is, you know, a time of rest, a pause, and protecting your heart. See, all those swords are pointing right at your heart. So you're protecting your heart during this pause. And that's what I said. I don't think you were ready. You took a pause. There's old hurts here. Okay? And then the Seven of Swords. I think there was some sort of deception. That's what hurt you. You were deceived. You know, maybe someone was after your money, or to sponge off you in some way. Okay, and this really hurt. I think this could be, you know, where you're coming from. I think you're ready now, but I think where you're coming from is from a protective stance, because there was some sort of deception. Someone was, I think, trying to steal your money, dishonest. And then you have the Chariot, the Six of Cups, and the Hermit. Chariot, the Six of Cups, and the Hermit. You know, every chariot is different in every deck. Every card is different in every deck. But in this one, you know, she is being kind of blindly driven in a sense. Here she sits here, and she's, you know, these sphinxes or whatever they are pulling the chariot, and she's not even paying attention to where she's going. She doesn't have control over that. She's just sitting there and off in another world, you know. And in a way, to me, she keeps looking back, you know, reminiscing. And I'm going to tell you the truth, what came to my head right now is only seeing all the good stuff, you know, remembering the good times, not remembering the deception, you know. And this is the thing, there's two sides to this. Those two sphinxes represent two sides to it, and she's only looking at the golden side, you know, and not really paying attention. And you need some clarity, you know. The Hermit saying you need to look deeper, because I think you'd like it to be this, but it's not necessarily this. This is memories, fond memories about the past. But the reality is, I think, is, and you want to move on from this. You know, this is what the Chariot's saying here. Okay? You want to move on from this. But you can't really do that if you're not paying attention to where you're going. Okay? And Gemini, there are two sides to you, right? You wrestle with those at sometimes. You're of two minds at times. And this is, the Chariot is, you know, of two minds. These both of these sphinxes want to go in different directions. They have their own idea of where the chariot should go. And so she's not even paying attention. And you need to pay attention, is what it's saying. You need to pay attention. Because if you really want this, you need to look deeper. I read something recently, and it said if you don't pay attention to the red flags, and because you only want to see the good in people, it will come back to bite you later. You'll pay for it later. And I think this is what it's telling you here. You know, you want this. This looks really nice. But you're not going to get it if you're not paying attention. You know, you need to think deeper about this, about what you're getting yourself into. Because if it looks like trouble and smells like trouble, it probably is trouble. All right? You know, I don't think you're getting out of this, even though you perhaps may love the person, want to invest in this, but you really need to look carefully, okay? Is what I'm saying. You could love this person. I think there needs to be some serious change if you want to move this any further, you know, ahead. All right, so we're going to move on past that. Now we're going to your fire energy. And you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is ready for a new path, ready to take your idea, your plan, and start to make it grow, okay? So he's looking at the horizon there, you know, and he's thinking about, he wants to, it's funny because it's in your fire element, and your fire element is your creativity, your passion, your action. This is taking action. You know, he's ready for something new. These two other wands are behind him, and he's ready for something new, and he's even pointing at it. There it is right there. That's where I'm going. It's kind of funny because look at in the background, there's a UFO in the sky, you know, and I think it, you know what that says to me is that you need to have faith and believe in what you're doing, even though there's no proof of it. There's no proof that it will work. There's no proof that it will, because, you know, these are unidentified flying objects. Here is a flying object. Potential. I also think you're being watched in a good way. You know, people are saying, wow, look at her, him, you. Look at they're doing. They're starting up this, perhaps a new business. You might have an idea that you think is worth creating, is worth growing. Definitely. So 3 is an action card too, a number, I should say. 3 is an action number. And so you're ready to take action. Oh, and there are 3 boats in the water. See the little tiny boats there, right there? 3 boats in this Red Sea, too. It's a Red Sea. And, you know, they're just a-going. All their sails are going, and they're just a-going. He's almost directing them in a way. You know, maybe that's not a UFO. Maybe that's Saturn. Or Jupiter. It's hard to tell, really. Kind of looks like a UFO at first. It's funny I said that. But I think you're gung-ho. You want to start getting this going. I think you want to start getting it going. And perhaps other people are like, oh, are you sure you want to start that? Like, can it really bring you anything? And you're like, you wait and see. Like you, but maybe others don't see the possibility of what you see in this project, you know, of what you see in what you're doing. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm still going wrong. This is such a new layout. Just get used to it. Tell me more about the Three of Wands in Gemini's, fire element. Ooh, nice. Nice. I like it. So here's the Nine of Wands, okay? And this is, okay, nines are change. And did you see? I just sent that flying with my elbow. I'll have to pick it up. And so are threes. So threes are the beginning, what you took, and I think you've taken it to the nine. Okay, I think you're just about there. Whatever this idea is, whatever this thing you've been growing, you've been developing. That's the word. Developing. You've got it to this point. This is the nine. Okay? You've tripled what it was. But you're just about exhausted. You know, you're really worn down, defensive. Though all those wands behind you is what you've been able to do, you're almost done. You got one in your hand, you got one more to go. So you're almost at completion, and it's taking everything you got to get there. You know, you're worn out, right? But, the world, which is completion. You're done. You succeed. See how her chest is sticking out like runners do, you know, to get to the tape first, to reach the tape first? That's what she's doing. You know, she's succeeding. And you're able to walk through that threshold, right? You're able to, you know, you've completed this, and I think you're going to be ready for something new. And it's suggested right here. You know, suggest it right here. This is saying in your creative element is what you're ready for. In another way, like if we talk about if the whole reading were about one situation, a relationship, okay? I think this would say you're done with challenges. You just want it to be easy, to be spiritual, to feel good, you know? And this is what you want to do now. If these are separate energies in you, you know, I think you're ready, because you're also ready for something new in your creative field, with your achievements. You could be like ready for all kinds of new things. I gotta get this card now. Oh, there it is. There it goes. So, I don't think you want things to be as hard as they may have been. If you hear tick tack tick 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 tick, it's the rain falling on the tin roof. I think that because I think you've grown spiritually through this. She's wearing complete purple with stars all over her jumpsuit. And I think you want to change your stars, you know, change your path. You want to grow something new. You don't want to, and I don't think you want to do it alone anymore either, you know. The action you're taking is you're done with being the one putting everything in. I think you want something a little more balanced. So the Five of Pentacles. And see, you know, this is, again, it's about being generous. Yeah, back here you had the 5, okay? So one is about giving and one is about receiving. So you may receive kindness from someone else. You know, that's karma, right? You know, what comes around goes around. What you do will come back to you. So you build your own karma. So if you build positive karma and you're generous, another time that will come back to you. Maybe not from the same person, maybe not from the same source, but it will come back to you. You know, when you need it, right? When you need it. This could be in the form of help in some way, because someone may see that you're struggling here, right? And so and this is like a divine light coming through here, right? You may get, I think you're getting help in some way. Fives are gains or losses, right? And this person is kind of left out. The lady and her child, they don't have anything. And they come to the church to pray for something better, to have some faith, to, you know, and, you know, perhaps ask for help. And help is given. Help is given. So, anyway, let's go on to your air element. And the air element is your imagination, your thoughts, your ideas, your inspiration, okay? And you have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords wants to talk. He's got something to say, and he wants to put his cards on the table, so to speak. This is very fast energy, so there's talk going on. This could be actually you, Gemini. You know, you're the Knight of Swords. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Person in your life or yourself. I think this is your energy. You're ready to talk. There's something you gotta say, you know? And it's an action card. So it's not just thinking, you're communicating. It's communication, okay? I don't think it's not correspondence. This person is going to verbally, needs to speak their mind. They need to say their piece, okay? So this could be you or someone else, but I think it's you because it's in the mind, it's in the idea, you know, in the head, it's what you're thinking. So tell me more about the Knight of Swords here. Let's move these ones up a bit. There we go. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords for Gemini. What does Gemini want to talk about? Looks like you have a lot to talk about here, you know. Or two. Who do you want to talk to, I guess, is the question. That's the question. You got something to say to somebody. But who? Let's see what we got here. Hope my volume's up high enough. I just got to thinking that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Righty. Tell me. Wow, that rain's getting loud, eh? Tell me what's... Oh, there we go. I might take that other one too. I'm not sure. Hold on. I guess I got to. I'm talking about it, right? Woo! I'm so glad I did. Oh, I love it, love it. So, I like it. Okay, first of all, So we have the Knight of Swords. He's got something to say. He or she, you've got something to say, Gemini. You want to speak your mind. You want to get this out. You can't hold it in any longer. You got to say your piece. Put your cards on the table. You want to clear up any confusion. You want to get control of the situation. You know, this could be with your father. You know, you need to clear the air. Clear the confusion. There seems to be some sort of confusion, maybe about who's in control here. You know, and you're like, I'm taking over because I'm clearing up this confusion. I'm clearing, the energy. You know, I need to clear this energy. It's kind of funny because, you know, he's holding the solar system in his hand on the end of that staff. It's like the solar system. And then you have all the astrology signs around him. You know, he wants complete control over everything, is kind of the big message of the Emperor, but it's also getting control, learning from, you know, because when you become the Emperor and he's at the top of the food chain, he runs the show. It's because he's learned, you know, he has people believe in him and his experience and his skills and his knowledge that he has attained thus far. He's really learned a lot about everything and everyone. Anyway, also on this card, there is the solar system, but it's in kind of a time machine mechanism, as it is. You know, the planets like the moon and the sun and the man and the moon up there in the glass, like the magnifying glass, right? Because you're trying to have a closer look. And I think timing is everything. Also, the crab is at the bottom of that, so this could be a Cancer person that you're dealing with, who is trying to have all the control, maybe. But I think you're getting control over this situation. And you know, the Ten of Pentacles is completion, but it's also success. You know, you've been able to achieve this, and in one way, to me, I really think communication is the key here, okay? Because you know, you could be waiting for this Cancer, this person, this Emperor to invest, you know, invest everything, not just some of themselves, but all of themselves. And if you're going to be in control, you know, I can only give control to someone who's in control. You know, I don't mind handing it over, but you better have your own shit under control, you know. And so it's, I think that communication is the key here, because you see that dolphin? And he's juggling things while he's, like, you don't want any more juggling, you know, and you want it more balanced. This is not exactly balanced. You want, hold on, I'll think of the word. Well, equilibrium, you know, equilibrium. And then the one that I said, oh, I don't know if I should take that. It's the Nine of Cups, celebration. I think that, like I said, communication is the key. I think you're communicating what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And you're taking a bit more control. Maybe you gave up control before and weren't really calling the red flags, saying, excuse me? What? No. You know, you were letting them go and you were being deceived, you know. You were only looking at all the rosy stuff. Jeez, it's really pouring now. I'll talk louder. Sorry it's so loud. Anyway, you're just, you know, you're looking at, and you need to look deeper into this. And I think when you do, relationships are give and take. And it's funny, you have the give card and the take card. And I think you were doing a lot of giving and not very much taking. Or you weren't being given very much. You know, you were doling all everything out. And, you know, sitting here exhausted. Like, let's look at, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything. What the hell? So, this is, you know, I think there's a leak. I tell you, like these readings this month, this August. Oh, yeah, I have a leak. Look at it. Something's leaking. I can't get it on my cards. It'll ruin them. Oh, I'm having such a time with all my cards lately. Last month, 2 cards went right into the lake. I had to climb into the lake to retrieve them, and now they're all like ripply. Anyway, yeah, I got a leak here. I can't believe it. I have to hold my hand up like this. Protect my cards. But there's success because you're making demands, and they're reasonable. They're reasonable demands. You can't be, you want to clear up all the confusion. You're taking charge and you're communicating and you're saying, listen, this is how it's going to be. You're not that you're going to be in control of everything, but you're taking charge over how it is, you know? You're saying, And what that gets you is the King of Swords. This evolves you, it elevates you, it matures you. You really learn and grow a lot from this. And the reason I'm saying grow is it's because it's in your earth element. It's in your home, family, finances, your physical. I think this is really good, and it's what you want in your environment, you know? And it's truth and clarity. And, you know, look at how calm the water is. And he's got the sunshine, the birds, and everything's calm. And I also think of yellow as a welcoming color, like a happy, bright, welcoming color. But this is about, like, I think now you've realized you want to be truthful in all your dealings. You're calling them as you see them. It's not about being mean. Jesus, it's getting all over my cards. Okay, hold on a cotton picking minute. I gotta cover these with this right now to protect them. You know, it's funny I'm doing that, because you're getting water all over your water element. That's where it's dripping, on your water element, on your emotions, you know. There could have been some crying, some tears shed, thinking perhaps, you could have been asking why. You know, why would someone do that? Why would someone deceive me? I've been so good, I've been so giving. Anyway, you're realizing a lot from this experience, and I think it's elevating you, evolving you. You've evolved to a new level of maturity from it. You've really grown, Gemini. And here you are, the king, you know. This is you, Gemini. This is it's you really sitting in your own power. Really, I think you know that you're at the right spot now. You're doing the right thing. You're doing it the right way. Is for your security and stability and all that, you know, because it's about your home. You need honesty. You need communication, you know. This has really inspired you, I think, too. Come on, cards, you gonna tell me anything for Gemini in their earth element? For Gemini in their earth element? Oh, it is just pouring. A cleansing, eh? You know, it's a real cleansing. This is what it was like yesterday when I was trying to retrieve that card from under the deck, and it just started pouring, and I was like, that card is done. I have to look through the cards to see which one it was. I'll be curious to know. Oh my goodness, come on, tell me, Gemini, tell me what this King of Swords is about. There we go, ho ho. There we actually go. There we are. Oh my goodness, there's a ton. I can't take all these cards. 41 minutes. Okay, I will go through them quickly. Wow. Geez, there's just so many. There's too many. I'm sorry. There's like 15. It was crazy. That's too much. Oh, but they're dying to tell me. They're dying to tell me. The Empress and the Knight of Wands. So, it's funny because the Emperor's over here, right? And here's the Empress. So, you know, I think it's wanting to nurture. It could be with a fire sign, could be with someone younger than you, someone that might be in and out, not really wanting to commit. Could be a baby coming, could be, you know, you see this person as the mother of your children, the father of your children, someone who's nurturing. Also, she, like the Emperor, has the key and as the female energy of the zodiac. You know, she's that other side. She sees the other side. She can see through it. He sees the surface, she sees right through. And she sees the universe as a little bit different. She sees herself as a part of it, not really controlling it. She sees, it gives and receives, you know what I mean? She has that energy. And this guy just sees her as all of that, oh girl. Anyway, this person is someone you I think want commitment with, but they're might be a little harder to catch. Air and fire energy are very good because fire is a really good communicator, right? But it's just it's hard to grab onto fire, you know? It's like a flame. The flame is like this, you know, and if you think about fire, it's hard to keep them still and focused. But this person is very nurturing. This fire person around you, Gemini. Haha. And now it's starting to sprinkle on the fire. Oh my. Woo! Okay, I'm going to take those ones. Okay. Okay, you have the Magician and the Two of Swords. So the Magician is trying to make something happen out of this situation. It's a choice you don't want to make. It's something you're not seeing clearly yet. You have the Empress again. Or no, you can't have the Empress again. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess really trusts her intuition. You know, it's about intuition. It's that knowing in the unknown. You know what I mean? And you had that back here, believing in the unknown, right? And also here too, like she has to trust what she can't see. She can only hear and speak, right? And so that's trusting in communication, because she can't, she doesn't have the whole picture, kind of thing. And the magician is going to try and make something out of this. He's going to try and manifest, because he is very skillful. And this is you, Gemini. You're very skillful now. You know, you've reached the king status. And even though you feel like there's something you can't see, from the communication, I think that your instincts are telling you something. And they're trying to tell you something here. Like, the magician is kind of about tangible things we can hold, we can touch, we can do, you know. But the high priestess is about none of those things. It's the unknown. It's a feeling. It's a gut feeling, really. Doesn't make sense, you know. It's just this gut feeling. And she really believes in her gut feeling. There could be some sort of secret too here, okay? There's some sort of secret. I think something you're not seeing here, Gemini. Jesus, jeepers, I'm really having a tough time here. Where is that drip coming from? It's coming from the middle of the ceiling. How can we be dripping from the middle? But anyway, it's raining on my parade. Jeepers. Okay, and then the last card here is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is about pausing, because you are not really sure you want to share your investment. You're hanging on too tightly to material things. And material things is just stuff, right? But you're... This is a bit of my crap don't stink kind of card. You know, I got all this, and you're probably, like, the thing is that someone could be after your money. They could be. Or the thing is this is what you're thinking they are, but they're not, because you're confused here. There's something you're not seeing. And you got to trust your instincts, because you had this money issue before back here. Maybe in the past you were being too generous, and this time you're holding a little more tightly to your money. You're not being so generous, you know. You're holding back before you just, you know, give someone everything. Like, just share everything. You could be holding back. You want to see now, right? You're a bit smarter. You're smarter now. Shouldn't say a bit. You're smarter. Anyway, Gemini, like, it's everything I can do to finish this reading. I got a drip right there. I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it was really loud, really wet. But we made it through, didn't we? If you do like this reading, I understand if you don't. Please like, share, and subscribe. Message me if it resonates. I'd love to hear if it does. And other than that, I'll be talking to you soon. Bye now.